watching I Am Art. And don't forget, I'm so sorry I'm late. We about to be watching I Am Art and darn man, so I don't know what's his name, but let's watch it. Three, two,
I
one.
swear on everything. What I'm about to tell you.
This is the 3-2 Aluma Booty stories. I mean a doll story. So if y'all don't know, I did not know y'all like I think it's this. Hold on, let me show y'all it.
You broke it?
Yo, chat, I want to crash out. Are you serious right now? I'm so sorry, chat. Because everything just fell. Oh my gosh. Alright, on TikTok. Okay, chat, so look. I think it's one of these. Sorry, chat, my stuff fell. Yo, where my Apple Watch at? Okay, so I got my Apple Watch. Charge this. Alright, let's go. So, chat, is this? Is this chat? So, I'm not gonna lie. This look like a rabbit. Like, with the 2 ears. Cat, rabbit. You want me to be honest, chat? This the gayest thing I ever saw. Hey, yo. I'm about to show y'all Derek do it. Hold on, chat. Look. Look at Derek. Here.
You my fucking shit, fat fuck.
Man, you look cute in that. You should have hit your face. You look hideous.
Looks like a fucking face.
Alright, let's go.
I swear on everything. What I'm about to tell you is real.
You know what? You could tell me.
I wish it wasn't. Honestly, I wish I'd never taken that damn shortcut through the alley. It was almost midnight when I was walking home. The streets were empty, just my sneakers tapping against the cracked sidewalk. I was walking past the dumpster when I saw something sticking out from the pile of garbage bags. At first, I thought it was just trash, but looking carefully, I realized it was a toy. Not just any broken toy, but the recently viral one, Labubu. Its
Bro, this a gayish I ever saw. I'm not gonna lie.
fur was dirty, brownish, and matted, like it had been soaked in rain for days. Every bone in my body told me to keep walking, but for some reason,
You picked it up. You don't know somebody peed on it. You picked it up with your own 3 hands. But you can pick me up too. I'm just playing.
curiosity, call it stupidity, I
Yeah, that is stupidity. I'm not gonna lie. You're picking up something from the trash.
reached in and grabbed it. The fur felt greasy, like touching wet carpet. I actually
Okay, but why would you do that? Like wet carpet feels like nasty. Like a nasty vibe.
gagged, but I tucked it under my arm and kept moving. This
You're nasty. You don't know who peed on it. And someone like you don't even
weird
know someone peed
vibe
on
from
it.
the Labubu's glassy eyes didn't let me ignore it.
We have got to the point where
Well, at
literally
least
anybody
wash it
can build a
off. At
fully
least
working
wash it
app without knowing how to code. This is Base 40.
And she did not watch that thing off. I'm gonna be mad.
When I got home, my phone buzzed. I answered without
Okay, wash it off.
thinking, and my best friend Kayla's roommate started crying.
Kyla's gone. The plane. It crashed. What?
My brain just shut down.
Dang.
Kayla, my ride or die since middle
You should get copyright for this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm lying.
school, my other half. Gone. Just like that. I don't remember much after that. I locked my door, threw my phone somewhere,
I don't give a shit. You better wash that.
and cried until my chest hurt. At some point, I passed out, hugging my pillow. I don't recall the time, but I woke up to this faint sound, like a giggle. Initially, I thought I must have left my laptop open, playing some silly
Was she a
TikTok
girl?
video. But no, my room was dark and dead silent. The laugh took place again. Slowly, I turned my head. The Labubu doll was
Alright, chat, hold on. We got play a video. I'm coming. Let me do this real quick and then I'll be right back for 1 hour timer. I'm coming. Sorry, chat. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Ow, that hurt. Alright, chat, we back.
Derek, go get that brush. So I take the crap out my head.
Alright, chat, let's go. Rewind this video if you can.
It's in my car, right?
But, Mom, unlock. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm online. See the side? Do not. Keep out. I'm not slow. Alright, let's go, chat.
Was sitting on my nightstand, but I swear I hadn't put it there. Its glassy eyes glimmered in the dark, and its mouth moved. The stitches were stretching, pulling apart like wet fabric, and then, in this voice that sounded like broken glass scraping against metal, it whispered, "Steffi, wanna play?" I screamed, but no sound came out. My throat locked up. I tried to get up, but my body felt heavy, pinned down. The doll twitched, one jerk, then another. Then it flung
Yo,
itself
what side effect is that, bro? Now I'm on your nightstand.
off the nightstand and landed on the floor with a sickening thud. Its limbs were bent wrong, like broken sticks.
Bro,
But it
yo, I like. Bro, I'm making a joke at this call.
crawled fast, straight toward me. "Don't be sad. You'll see her soon." I kicked at it, finally
Shut your. What?
finding my voice.
Get the hell away!
But the doll began to grow bigger. Right in front of me, it started stretching, bones cracking, fur ripping, and
You know, I'm taking these videos as a joke now. It says true 3 stories. Okay, I'm just gonna take a
body twisting like some
If
nightmare.
I see that nigga, I'm gonna be like, get your crackhead behind on. Look at you. But I bet you can just do this to me.
Origami. Within seconds, it wasn't a doll anymore. It was a giant. Its head scraping the ceiling, claws carving into the walls
if
like
you can do that, you can crush her.
paper. Its grin was now jagged, splitting its face wide open. I stumbled off the bed, backing into the corner. My heart felt like it was going to explode. "She's waiting for you, Steffi!" It growled, voice echoing like 100 ravenous dogs layered together. "See you on the other side!" Grinding its monster teeth, the Labubu lunged at me. Its claws slashed at my chest. I screamed as blood. "For you, Steffi!" It growled, voice echoing like 100 ravenous dogs layered together. "See you on the other side!" Grinding its monster teeth, the Labubu lunged at me. Its claws slashed at my chest.
Yo, you is animating too good, bro. I'm so sorry. If you can't animate this, what else you can animate?
I screamed as blood sprayed across the floor. I tried to run, but the Labubu grabbed me by my leg and kept pulling. I suffered like a tiny prey, trying my best to get away. "No exit, Steph!" The voice was right in my ear. I whipped around to see the giant Labubu standing over me. My chest rose and fell like I was suffocating. It slowly bent down to my level, bringing its face inches from mine. Its breath smelled like rotten meat. "She screamed when the plane fell, Steffi. Do you want to scream too?" My whole body went cold.
Let go of me!
I sobbed, slamming my fists against its chest. It laughed, the sound splitting my skull. Then it stabbed its claw straight through me. The pain was so real, so sharp.
Is this supposed to be blood or what? Because I don't think I'm feeling generous. No, what is this? Are you showing the Oh, this video.
I thought I actually died. I gasped and woke up. I shot
Then how you got the water then?
up in bed, drenched in sweat, my heart beating like a drum. My chest hurt, but there was no wound. For a second, I thought it was all a nightmare, just a dream. But
Yo,
then
can you bend
I
over?
saw
Can you bend over?
the Labubu doll sitting perfectly on my nightstand, facing me, smiling. I didn't sleep the rest of the night. The second the sun came up, I grabbed that thing with shaking hands, stuffed it in a bag, and bolted out of my apartment. I didn't even care if people thought I was crazy. I ran straight back to that alley and threw the bag into the same dumpster. As I was heading back, I turned one last time to the alley behind me, but instead of the Labubu,
Yo, is that the Megan? Okay, Meg, I see you, twin. Hold on, can I get a kiss?
I saw a girl. She was standing near the dumpster with curious eyes, and it all felt like deja vu for a moment.
No.
I whispered, sprinting forward. She reached in, pulled out the Labubu, and hugged it like she'd found a treasure. She walked away with it.
Hey! Drop it!
I screamed, waving my arms like a maniac. She stopped while crossing the road and looked back at me, confused.
Bro,
And then,
shut up. Bro, shut up. Shut up.
bam! A bus came. Waving my arms like a maniac. She stopped while crossing the road and looked back at me, confused. And then, bam! The Labubu and hugged it like she'd found a treasure. She walked away with it.
Hey! Drop it!
I screamed, waving my arms like a maniac. She stopped while crossing the road and looked back at me, confused. And then, bam!
I'm so sorry. No, it's the way how he animated. I'm like a cabin. Nigga, you had to do this?
Bam! A bus
No. You said bam. Like, no, that's just one to make me laugh.
came out of nowhere, horn blaring too late. It slammed into her. The sound. I'll never get it out of my head. She flew, hit the pavement, and didn't move again.
I thought you was a robot. Never mind.
The doll rolled out of her arms, landing in the gutter. I couldn't breathe. People rushed over, screaming, calling 911. I just froze there. From that moment on, I knew the truth. Labubu isn't just some creepy toy. It's cursed. I saw death follow it twice with my own eyes. First Kayla, then that poor girl. Maybe it chooses people. Maybe it feeds on us. I don't know. All I know is that I won't touch it again. And if you ever see one lying around, don't pick it up.
Yeah.
Run. Just run.
Running a funeral home isn't glamorous.
Yo, ain't no way. It's that old guy again. He back.
People think it's morbid, depressing work. And maybe they're right. But I've been around death long enough.
Yo, chat, look. If y'all don't know who played IMR, let me show y'all it. Who played IMR Scary Tales? Who played IMR Scary Tales? IMR Scary... Alright, there. Though I'm rather the YouTube channel, which features true horror stories by... Let me... Look, if y'all don't know who did it, this who did it. Not a YouTuber. Yep. This what she did. If y'all know who did it, she did it. Yo, you know what's scary about it? I wanna see who made that. She actually played it. So she made a scary movie about her right here, so it's kind of like her. But she actually made IMR Scary Tales. But, yep, she made it. Yo, so it was glad to see her. She was like, I think she was taking a break, but this voice actor actually played my favorite childhood, so yes.
That it feels normal, peaceful even. The dead don't scare me. They can't move, can't hurt you. At least, that's what I used to believe. It was a Tuesday morning when a young girl was brought in. She looked barely 12, drowned in her bathtub. Her father delivered the body himself.
Bro, no, she did not drown in no bathtub if her eyes look like this, bro. I'll rather expect she drowned out of, I don't know.
His face pale and hollow, eyes sunken like he hadn't slept in days. When I unzipped the body bag, I found a Labubu toy tucked in her arms. She loved it too much. Never let it go. I was familiar with the hype of these dolls, so I recognized it immediately. The girl's face was bloated.
Bro.
Like,
hold on, let me show y'all. If I ask y'all on Google. If it says it's cursed, I'm about to throw it away. Is a Boo Boo Dolls curse?
People are way too creative with their RC models sometimes. Like at number 3, bro knows how to cut grass in style.
No, what is this? Now I'm getting... Yo, where is it, bro?
Create a voiceover.
No! No, now this thing is getting on my nerves. No!
like any other drowning victim, her lips had this faint bluish tint. All her veins.
No, Boo Boo Doll is not cursed. The idea of the... Okay, so it's not even cursed. So, it's not cursed. Bro, it's not cursed. So, they just making up lies. That's basically what it is. They just making up lies. So, it's not real. I'm not throwing my brother a Boo Boo Doll away. If it say yes, I'll throw that away.
Were extra visible under the pale, waterlogged skin. At the very first glance, she kind of unsettled me. The doll's grin only added to the discomfort. I brushed it off, cataloged her details, and set her in the basement's embalming room. Around midnight, I began my work.
Oh, why are you looking at me? I understand that I'm like handsome and all that, but you don't have to be looking at me like that, baby. You know we can go in it and out it.
I work in the nights because it's the most peaceful time. The embalming table creaked under her weight as I arranged my tools. The fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, a steady hum I'd grown used to. But that night, the silence of the room felt different. The air was thick and heavy. My eyes kept darting to the corners, convinced I saw shadows twitching. Every now and then, I heard faint dripping, as though water was leaking, but the taps were dry. And the doll? God damn that freaky Labubu. I set it on a stool beside the stretcher, but every time I glanced over, I swore its glass eyes weren't quite where I left them, like it was following me. Focus, I muttered, sliding on my gloves. It's just fatigue. Halfway into the process, I figured out I left my scalpel in the storage room, so I went to get it. It couldn't have been more than 30 seconds, but when I came back, the stretcher was empty. The girl's body and the doll, both were gone.
She can't even walk. How? How she walk? With broken legs? She drowned to death, and you expect me to
Chills rushed down my spine. All my muscles locked tight in an unknown fear. My stomach dropped like a stone. For a full minute, I just stood there, scalpel in hand, breath ragged. How is this even possible? The girl has been dead for hours. She can't just travel around.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right down to your exact address.
Suddenly, I noticed bloody footprints on the floor, and they were leading out of the embalming room. My heart hammered so hard, I thought I'd pass out. Slowly, against everything my instincts shouted, I followed. The prints led upstairs, one sticky step after another, until they disappeared into the kitchen.
Yo, chat, let me understand. Did y'all ever, spend this much on a ring for, I don't know who? Nigga, look, I spent 2 karat gold on this. 2.0 mil. 2.0 mil. And y'all spent, no, chat, look, it don't even have no diamonds. This is brand new, too. I expect me to wear this a lot, chat. So yeah, I do not have the money for that, so I just spend money on nothing.
I gripped the door frame, forcing myself to breathe. That's when I heard it. Clatter, scrape, thump. Someone was ravaging the kitchen in the middle of the night. My knees went weak. Every nerve told me to run, to leave the house and never come back. But my body moved anyway, dragging me forward. I turned the corner, and my blood froze. She was there, the drowned girl, sitting cross-legged on the kitchen floor, in front of the open freezer. Her wet hair hanging like seaweed across her face. She clutched a raw chicken leg in her little hands, and tore into it with jagged bites. Strings of bloody flesh dangled from her mouth. The sound of her animalistic chewing filled the air. The scalpel dropped from my hand, hitting the cold floor. It made this subtle metallic clank, and she stopped chewing. Making this bone-cracking sound, she turned her head slowly. She faced me. Her eyes were filled with blood and glowing. Her lips curled into a grin. Her teeth and mouth were smeared with blood. Behind her, the doll leaned against the freezer door, like it had life in it too. The evil bunny was grinning wider now. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. All of a sudden, the girl opened her mouth, and in a voice that was wet and gurgling, she whispered,
"Every night, I chew and I chew, but I still feel the water in my throat."
That broke me. I screamed, stumbled backwards, and collapsed against the counter. My vision
Run, at least run far. Yo, I didn't even run a second. You fell, big man, look yourself.
swam, the world spinning as my chest clenched. My last memory was her crawling toward me on all fours, her hands smearing the floor with blood. and everything went black. When I opened my eyes, morning light streamed through the basement window. I was lying on the embalming room floor. The girl was back on the stretcher, pale and lifeless, exactly as she'd been the night before. The doll rested neatly against her chest, its stitched grin as stiff as ever. I thought maybe it had been a nightmare, sleep deprivation, stress, something my mind conjured up. I got up to take a closer look at her face, and drops of sweat appeared on my forehead. In her mouth, between her teeth, hung shredded strands of raw chicken flesh. Even the Labubu toy had bloodstains on its crooked teeth. I staggered back, bile raising in my throat. My mind screamed, "Leave! Leave now!" But I couldn't. I couldn't abandon her body. The family trusted me. The rest of that day passed in a blur. I embalmed her like any other client, though my hands shook so badly, I nearly dropped my instruments. The whole time, I felt her eyes on me. Every so often, I thought she blinked at me. It's been 3 nights since then. I haven't slept. Every time I close my eyes, I see her crouched in the kitchen, gnawing raw flesh, her dead eyes shining. I hear the Labubu doll laughing, whispering things I don't really understand. Yesterday, her father called me to invite me to her memorial. I didn't go. I said I was down with fever. I couldn't muster up the courage
I didn't go. That would be just disrespectful to the owner.
to see the girl again. I find it difficult to believe that her death was just a mere accident. I'm sure the Labubu doll has something to do with it.
So you think you know Wix, but do you really? First up, we've got Shake Video Masks.
Last one.
I bought a Labubu doll for my niece's birthday. She's got this obsession with weird toys, the kind that makes most kids scream and cry. Creepy stuffed animals, pop-eyed figurines, skeleton-shaped plushies. If it's bizarre, she wants it. When I found a limited edition Labubu online, I thought it was perfect. Still, when the package arrived, I felt a chill just looking at it. The doll was small, covered in blue fur that felt greasy when my fingers brushed against it. Its black button eyes were too wide, too shiny, like they were always wet. But the grin was the worst part, stitched from corner to corner, jagged and crooked, like it had been torn across its face. I remember whispering, "Man, this thing is more nightmare fuel than a birthday gift." I wrapped it anyway, set it on the shelf in my living room and tried not to think about it. But later that night, I couldn't stop. I was scrolling on my phone when I stumbled onto a horror forum. One post jumped out at me. The Labubu Whisper Game. Don't stare at its grin in the dark. If you do, it'll call your name at 3 a.m. Ridiculous internet garbage. But still, I had the doll.
If you're gonna try that, you must be freaking slow.
All right there, wrapped, sitting on the shelf. By 2:50 a.m., I decided to test it. I turned off the lights, sat on the couch, and unwrapped the gift just enough to reveal its face. The grin stared back at me, glowing faintly in the moonlight leaking through the blinds. The house was dead quiet except for the clock ticking on the wall. I stared. Minute after minute passed. My eyelids grew heavy. I was just about to laugh it off.
Chat. I'm about to sound like the clock so y'all can feel it.
When? My breath caught. Someone did whisper in a child's voice. I jumped in fear. I live alone. No way it could be a prank. My pulse blasted in my ears. No way. I'm just imagining it. But then I heard it again. Ethan, wanna play hide and clap? This time.
You're zesty! What the fuck? No, you're zesty! What do you mean? Let's play hide and clap. You is zesty!
right by my ear.
Yay, mother!
I shot off the couch, spinning in circles, hands raised like I could fight whatever it was. I even saw a shadow that looked like a bunny running into the living room. I followed it with caution, but there was no one. All I could hear was eerie silence, and the creepy Labubu was staring into my soul. I was wondering whether my mind was playing tricks on me when my phone buzzed. The vibration nearly made me scream. I grabbed it with shaking hands. It was a text from my niece. How weird, I thought before reading it. But once I opened it, I was 10 times more scared.
What?
Uncle, I can hear you calling my name. Why are you outside my window?
I looked at the time. It was 3:07 a.m. I felt the blood drain from my face. I hadn't left my living room. My hands began trembling. Without wasting a second more, I called my sister. After a few seconds of ringing, she answered the phone in a groggy and annoyed voice.
What, Ethan?
Listen to me. Do not open the door. Do not open the windows. Go to Trisha's room. Now, please.
What are you?
Damn it, just do it! Please! I held on to the call until my sister reached my niece's room. I heard her opening a door. A few seconds of pause were retained. Then she uttered, confused.
She's asleep. Fine. What the hell is this about?
I didn't answer. I couldn't. I just hung up, grabbed the Labubu, and ran out of the door. The streets were empty as I sped across town, every shadow looking like it was moving. I got to their house in record time and rushed inside. My niece was curled under her blanket, peaceful, like nothing had happened. My sister demanded an explanation, but I couldn't give her one.
Look. This what you're gonna say. Look, your sister called me, said, why you outside my window? Like, bro, you're here. What you gonna do? Oh, you can stop now. You can stop now. You can stop!
I just stood there, staring at my niece's tiny chest, rising and falling, before glancing down at the doll in my arms. Its grin seemed wider now, its glass eyes catching the dim light like they were alive. I knew then I couldn't give it to her. Back home, I carried it straight down to the basement. My hands were shaking as I dragged out an old iron trunk.
I'm alive. Sorry, Chad. Sorry.
I dropped the doll inside, the sound of it hitting the bottom echoing in the concrete room. I slammed the lid shut, locked it with the thickest padlock I owned, and then I whispered, "You're not getting out. Ever." For a moment, silence. The basement felt colder and heavier, like the air had stopped moving. Then I heard a cry. The cry sounded like a child who had endured harsh treatment from its parents. The cry grew louder and louder, but I wasn't falling for the trap anymore. The Labubu tried various ways to mold you to its will. Maybe that's why people can't help but submerge themselves in the madness of these toys. I bolted upstairs, slammed the basement door shut, and locked it. I didn't sleep the rest of the night, sitting on my couch with every light blazing, waiting for the sun to come up. By morning, the world looked normal again. The doll was locked away, the whispers were gone, and my niece was safe. But one thing stuck with me. The text is from my niece. It's still on my phone. Thought later, she said she didn't text me anything like that. The whole event from that night is so mysterious. I have a dozen questions, but not a single answer. Is it possible that the doll somehow bewitched me and my niece at the same time? Maybe she did hear my voice, but drifted quickly back to sleep, not knowing some evil spirit controlled her for some time. I'll keep it locked in the trunk in my basement, forever, because I know if it ever gets out, I might not get the chance to walk out of my house alive.
So thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See y'all in the next one. Peace. And don't forget, always stay repaired. And don't.
What's the fastest way to move to?
If you're not if you don't want to buy a Boo Boo doll, don't buy it, because it might haunt you in your dreams. I'm just playing chat. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See y'all in the next video. And peace.